Hey there, and welcome to Doing Things Dan's Way. So today I'm at a neighbor's house and she called and said that her dryer wasn't working. It sounded like it was just spinning. So I'm pretty sure the belt is just broken on this, so let's listen to it and see what it sounds like. Okay, that sounds like the belt is just broken. The motor's spinning fast, but the barrel's definitely not turning and the belt is definitely broken. So the basic pattern to fixing one of these, there's a couple screws in the back that release the top. There's going to be some screws that open up the control panel here, get out of the way, and then we're going to take the whole front off, and then the whole barrel will be exposed. We can just lift the barrel out, it's actually not that heavy, and swap out the belt as well as clean it all out, and then we'll just reassemble it. So if you want to watch that, don't go away. This is Doing Things Dan's Way. So the first step in any project like this is to turn off the gas, unplug the dryer, unplug the appliance. Always unplug, unplug, unplug. Make sure that there's nothing here that can zap you. Okay, so these are the two screws we're going to pull out first. Okay, top should just kind of wiggle off. You can see what I'm seeing here. Here's the belt, and this guy is shredded. In fact, oh, interesting. It's still actually intact, but the tensioner isn't doing its thing. Maybe the tensioner is what broke, but this belt is just shredded too. So, okay, well, let's go ahead and get the front off of this so we can see what else we can find.
Okay, so at this point, the neighbor's son came and talked and talked and talked, so I'll just have to narrate through this next little section. So there are two screws on the top, and one thing I'd like to do is sometimes I'll just kind of put the screws back where they came, so I'm not trying to remember even days later, you know, where these little piles of screws go and stuff. So this is just an example of my putting them back together again. And then in this case, you can see I'm just lifting off the control cable panel, and the control panel itself was two separate connectors that you had to put your hand inside this really, really narrow gap. And there's just no way to film it. You just kind of had to reach your hand up in there and rock it left and right to get it to come out. So unfortunately, I couldn't really show that up close because the hole was only as big as my hand was. But that's what the connector looked like right there. And you just kind of had to rock it back and forth. And there's a little button. I'm putting my thumbnail on right there. That's the button you push to release it. So just kind of feel around and you'll feel that button. And then you're going to just rock it back and forth while you're pushing it. And then the front panel itself actually has this connection, which needed to get pried off as well. And this, I said use a screwdriver to kind of pop it out. So with the control panel out of the way, there's a couple screws up top here, and there's a couple screws down below to take out. But before I took that out, I figured it'd be easier at this point to go ahead and take the door off. So I pulled the door off here. Now it's arguable that you may not need to actually take off the door, and so that's certainly something you could try doing, is just leave your panel all together. In this case, I was actually going to reverse the doors because they didn't make sense the way that they were, the way the washer and dryer were side by side. So anyway, I took the door off here, just made the whole thing lighter and easier to manipulate later. So underneath that main panel, then there's going to be two more screws to get to, and you kind of have to pull the drawer out of the way if you've got that attachment just to get your drill driver in there. So I pulled those two out. So they were getting that lower panel off now, and again, just throwing screws back in where they came out of. And then once these two screws are out, then the whole control panel basically is loose. Now the screws that were on the top actually do have kind of a keyhole, at least on this. And you can see there's another screw kind of right under my hand on that vent housing. And I probably shouldn't have pulled the screws out the top first. I didn't realize there was a wire down there. So take a look around before you do that. But then with all the screws out, then the whole thing just pops off. And you can see there that there were a couple of the wheels were actually attached. So now I can pull out the whole drum by just removing the belt. And you just lift up on the drum. The whole drum only weighs maybe 5 pounds. It's not that heavy. I had to pull the upper housing to the right to kind of expand the opening a bit to get the drum out.
Looks like what happened is there's a collar on the end of the motor here that disintegrated. So this piece came off. The rest of this metal that's supposed to be covering these is completely gone. It's just all this metal shrapnel that's down here. And this whole collar needs to get replaced here. So I'm gonna try unscrewing this collar off the shaft and see if I can buy a new one of those. So I'm just grabbing it from the back and spinning it. There it goes. So unfortunately, that's going to do it for today. I have to see if I can find that part. And if I can find that part, then it's just a matter of putting that piece back on, and then we can start the reassembly process. And it is another day. I had to get order for a part, as you can see here. This is what's left of the assembly, and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. So you can tell the thing just basically sheared off. So we're going to get this guy installed. This is the pulley. Put this back together again. Should not take long now at all. This pulley is supposed to go on here. Just like that. Awesome. Okay. So with that in place, now I can just go ahead and get the drum put back in here and get the belt put back on. So the belt's supposed to go something like this. But yeah, it'll be something like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I assume from your angle it looks good too. So yeah, that wasn't too bad, honestly. Just pulling it over this and just making sure that the belt lines up properly. Okay, at this point, we're just gonna put all the screws back in and see how it goes together. Notice that there's a keyhole in these upper screws, left and right, to get the wheels of the drum over this lip. So we're trying to get this lip up inside there. So by kicking the bottom in first, that kind of allowed those wheels to just drop right in. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and connect this little guy where it's supposed to be. That's probably right there. And then just keeping the two halves together, lift it up, and get it on the screws. This is kind of by feel, honestly. It's like way up in there, but you can feel it click and lock. Okay, first test, let's see if it's working. Yay! Look at that. Okay, well, it's definitely doing its thing. Let's see, is it warm? Yep, oh, okay, now it's hot. So what I noticed is the way they stack these, dryer being to the left, the door opens to the right, which is super annoying. All you have to do is unbolt the handle side and the hinge side, swap it around, and you can have the doors open away from each other so you can go from washer to dryer. So let's take the moment here to go ahead and flip-flop the way the doors open.
So the truth of the matter is, on this dryer, you have to entirely disassemble the door to get to all the screws, to get to the hinge mechanism and pull it apart. So it's not quite that easy.
So while I'm in here, I'm doing one more thing for you. I'm gonna swap your doors around.
What's that?
Swap your doors around. So when you open up the doors, they open like this, and you take the wet and you put it in the dry.
Oh, you switched them?
And that's what I'm figuring out how to do right now.
So I know when we did that, it was like, oh, crap.
So this has a eye on it, which means if you put the screw in and leave it sticking out a bit, you can just hang the door by it. Like that. Hey, perfect. Okay, that just about does it. It's all back together again. I swapped the door, and when you turn it on, guess what? It actually starts. Well, it's supposed to start. You gotta play with it first. Hey, got to learn how to use it. All in all, that was about $24 worth of parts and a couple hours of labor. It took more time to mess around with the filming than it did to actually make this happen. So, not hard. Yeah, you can do this. All the links to everything I used are going to be in the description down below. And remember, hit these other videos for other dryer related content that I put out. Until next time, guys, be blessed.